up everyone, coming through again with another video to ya done. So I wanted to go over in this video how to actually purchase a car from auction through me, just so that everybody has an understanding on how auction works and how it's like just getting a car from auction, you know. I wanted to start off by saying that I use a auction site called Manheim. Okay, Manheim is a auction site specifically targeted towards dealers and dealer agents. Okay, because a lot of times when you go to a dealership, they're gonna charge a lot of money for a car, and you could definitely get the car a little bit more cheaper at the auction. I'm not gonna say it's dirt cheap, but you're definitely gonna be saving a lot more money buying it through auction. Okay, now I also want to go over what type of cars that Manheim actually gives you. Okay, so since it's a dealer auction website only for dealers, like it in the name, the cars that are on there are pretty much cars that are repo, cars that are trade-ins from other dealerships, or cars that you know, other dealerships have on their lot and they just put up on the site for a lot less, you know. What other types of cars are there? I mean, every car has a story, you know. So just to give you I just wanted to give you a little generalized idea of what type of cars show up at Mannheim, just so you can get an idea. So let's go to actually how to even buy a car from Manheim. Okay, you have to worry about 4 things when buying a car from Manheim. I wrote it down. I don't know if it's gonna come up kind of reversed, but I'm gonna put it in the video step by step, like from 1, 2, 3, and 4, just so you guys have a better understanding. So the first thing you have to worry about is the buy now price. Now, I don't like to get cars that don't have buy now prices on it, because it's just literally a pain to give you guys an accurate of how much you're going to be spending. You understand? I feel like when the car has to go through an auction lane, it could sometimes, you know, sell for really low, but then a lot of times it can sell for really high, you know. And I've seen where I've been looking at a car run through a lane, and I kid you not, I feel like that there are people that are deliberately making the car a lot more expensive than it needs to be. But that's what I see. I just personally don't like looking at cars that have to go through the lane. I only worry about buy now prices of cars. Okay, I use a comparison or an example of just saying $1,000, just so you guys can have an idea of at the end of how much everything's gonna cost. Okay, so I only look at buy now prices of cars. The second thing that you have to worry about when buying a car from auction is typically the auction fee. Okay, now the auction fee varies. It all depends on how much the car is. Obviously, if the car is more, it's gonna be a lot more on the auction fee. But just to give you an idea, if the car is like 6,000 or below, a lot of times the auction fee is going to be around $250. Those are pretty much the type of cars that get people. Like cars that are like under 6K, you know, sometimes 7, 8, you know. But typically, a lot of times the auction fee is like $250. If anything does change, I'll let you guys know. The third thing you have to worry about when buying a car from auction is the 7% sales tax. Okay, now that's taxed on the buy now price. So you would do 1,000 times 0.07%, and whatever number that you get, that's how much you'd be paying for taxes. Okay, now the taxes is just something you have to pay for. Okay, I can't get around that. I have to pay taxes on my cars too. You know, there's just no not paying that. So it's just something you have to pay for. It's pretty much Uncle Sam saying I want my money too. Okay, the fourth thing you have to worry about when buying a car from auction is the shipping. Okay, now I gave an example of the shipping being $125 for a car that is let's say you buy a car, I get you a car from like Orlando. Okay, shipping from Orlando to Florida, which is Miami, it's gonna be like $125. Okay, now shipping obviously does vary depending on where the car is. Okay, so for example, let's see, the most recent car I bought was my 535i. I got it all the way from Oklahoma. Shipping for that car was $625. That's actually really good. You know, but I actually have the shipping plug, and I would rather you guys use my shipping plug to, like, let's say if a car is like bumfuck. Like, I'd rather you use my plug because I get the best prices, and my plug is pretty much my business partner. So I'm always gonna get the best prices. So yeah, the fourth thing you have to worry about is shipping when it comes to buying a car from auction. Now, what I like to do is set up a what you call a breakdown so that everybody is on the same page and know where their money is going. Okay, this is what I call a breakdown. Okay, well, this is pretty much a whole breakdown, but this is 1,000 for the car itself for the buy now price. This is 250 for the auction fee. This is $70 for the 7% sales tax, and this is $125 for the shipping. The grand total is going to be $1,445, and that's exactly what you're going to have to pay, and that clears the car from auction. But yeah, that's pretty much how auction does work and how you actually pay for a car through auction. I like to do business through WhatsApp, so I always tell people, hey, if you want to get a car or anything, please just WhatsApp me. Now the reason why I like to use WhatsApp, because I want to go over this as well too. The reason why I like to use WhatsApp is because it's just a much easier way to send pictures and videos, and that's another thing I want to go over too. The way how I send listings is through WhatsApp. Okay, so I'll send you a picture of the car first. The second thing I'm going to send you is a video of the car, of what the auction gives me of the car itself, so you can get an idea of it. And the last thing I'm going to send you is pretty much a information of the car itself. In that picture is going to list how many owners the car had. It's going to list if there's any accidents on the car, and the last thing is going to list if there's been any historical events. Now, historical events are pretty much events like documented maintenance items that have been documented on the car. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to upload this video so everybody has at least a little bit of an idea of how to get a car from auction. And yeah, so if you want to get in contact with me, my information is below. I do a lot of times answer through my social medias as well, but you can also email me too. I'm saying to email me because I'm uploading this through YouTube. I'll put my number on YouTube, but I don't know. Just I don't want to just blast it out there, So if you're trying to contact me through my Instagram or my email. What's up, you guys? So I wanted to put some disclaimers in the video as well too that I just thought of. So I want to go over seeing the car in person. There is no viewing the car in person, okay? There's no driving the car or looking at the seats or anything like that, or looking at the insides before getting the car itself. You guys cannot do that, okay? I have no problem if the car is down here for me to go check out the car before purchase, but mind you, this is auction, so the longer you take to make a decision on a car, somebody else could probably buy it, okay? But I want to piggyback on that whole viewing the car thing. Every single car that I've gotten somebody, they were not able to look at the car, they weren't able to drive the car, okay? So if you have an issue with that, it's on you, okay? Like, we don't have to do business, I like to tell people that this is a different way of buying a car from auction than what you're used to. If you're used to going up to a dealership and test driving a car, then thinking about it, then going back to the car, then thinking about it again, that's not how it's gonna work here. I'm literally gonna send you some listings of the car, you make a decision, and that's how it's gonna be. Now, obviously, I have no problem looking at the car before purchase, like I said again. As long as it's down here, okay? And it's in Fort Lauderdale. Another thing I want to go over is every car is bought as is, no refund. I want to go over this again. Every car is bought as is, no refund. Meaning, if something were to happen with the car, if something were to blow up, well, I can't say blow up because I think I can actually arbitrate that. But if something were to be wrong with the car, a lot of times, you gotta take the L. You gotta take the L. I don't want to sound so like scary and stuff because it's really not that scary, but I do want to put it as a disclaimer. You're buying these cars as is, no refund, okay? This is not no Walmart where you buy a fucking cereal box and you do like the cereal box and you have your receipt and you bring it back. That's just not how it works at auction, okay? It's just not how it works. You buy the car, You get the car, and if there's any problems, you try to fix it. That's how it's gonna be, and that's how it always is, you know? The auction does do an okay job with letting you guys or letting me know what's going on with the car. I typically like to only buy cars or get cars for people that are actually running and driving, unless you guys tell me you guys are okay with projects. I will get a car that's a project for you as well. But yeah, those are the main disclaimers that I do want to touch upon. Okay, so I just thought about another one. All right, the last disclaimer that I want to put out is every car is bought cash or wire transfer. There is no financing when it comes to buying a car from auction. Let me repeat that again. There is no financing when buying a car through auction. Everything is cash or wire transfer. Cash or wire transfer. Cash or wire transfer. Okay, there is no financing when it comes to auction. Okay, no financing.